No, you know, every now and again I need to get naked in front of the camera. It's in the contract. That's what my agent told me. I've been watching a lot of videos lately that's just made me think of a lot of things, and really it kind of all stemmed from another community, the raw food vegan community, or I don't even know if it's a community, but one person who I actually learned about their story, thought they were inspiring, thought I'd check out their videos, and some of the most myopic, pretentious, condescending point of view. It's just ridiculous how myopic they are, and they think that they are so right. And you know, originally I wanted to rant on that, but actually, when I thought about what they were saying, I was actually looking at the weight loss community and its failures and its issues and all those things, and why. I mean, it's a lot of times, and I mean, and I'm not talking about the community as a whole, but the community, each individual community, has kind of lost their way, and it's interesting. I mean, because the whole point of the whole raw food vegan thing is how we are not omnivores, and which is ridiculous. I mean, not only are we omnivores, we are at the absolute top of our food chain. Humans are the only species resourceful enough to make anything it wants to its prey. As a matter of fact, we're so resourceful that we can create foods, we can create fats, we can create stuff, and partly to our credit, but partly to our own destruction. But because what's driving us to make these things, and also what drives us to do what we do, and what I've found over the last bunch of years that I've been here is I've been preaching all about mindset, all about balance in your life. I've never said this is the eating plan you need to do. But still, and I will be, you know, I'm going to be cocky as a mofo right here. In the weight loss community, I am one of a very small percentage of the people who've not only lost the weight but kept it off. There is, I don't know if you can count on more than one hand anybody who's lost it, kept it off, or it hasn't gained it back. And it's because, I mean, one of the things that I really want to draw to is my focus is not specifically, yes, I am focused on what I put in my body. That has evolved. But my real focus has been on my control of balance because I think a lot of our problems are emotional. We are the only, us being top of the food chain, are different than any other species out there. And it's a strength, it's a weakness. I can't think of any other species out there who gets depressed and self-medicates, you know, because they had a rough day, or they lost a loved one, or they lost their job, or whatever. I've never seen one of my cats say to me, "Greg, I'm so depressed, hand me the meow mix." Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. We're animals. The difference between animals and humans: animals eat for survival. Humans eating is like part of the social, emotional, interesting phenomenon. And if you cannot find the balance, you're going to fail. And I don't care what eating plan you're on. In a lot of our big percentage of failures will tell you, I've tried it all. I've done Atkins. I've done South Beach. I've done Weight Watchers. I've calorie counted. I tried the raw food diet. I went to the HCG. Then I did the Master Cleanse. And you know what? Diets don't work. It's like we're so afraid of this word diet. Diets don't work because it has this label on it. I've never heard anything so goofy. The definition of diet is what you put into your body. We all put stuff into our body. And I suppose if you don't put anything into your body, you're on the starvation diet. I pride myself on saying I am on the Gregor's diet, which has evolved. Honestly, the eating plan is irrelevant. It is a guideline. It is good to have a guideline. But this is what I have seen. And especially the people who've preceded me, who've lost weight, proceeded to gain it all back, and now are kind of half-assed, getting back into losing weight, I guess, sort of, kind of, whatever. It's like the community has lost its confidence, has lost its moxie. Like it's the community's fault. Like there's not enough support. There's not, you know, I've always said it, regardless of the community, everything is within you. This journey is your own. And I think a lot of our surrounding things that happen to us is what causes this imbalance. And a lot of times at work, I keep being reminded is you know, you can't continue to sweat the things you can't control. You have to accept the things you can't control and worry about the things that you can. As always, I create a video with no game plan going in, so it's probably a little choppy, and it'll even be more choppy after I edit it for time's sake. But hopefully you take something away from this. I know it's been the same thing I've been preaching for a while, but hopefully putting it the way that I put it tonight, you are able to kind of really take this thing to heart. And my intention is not to be preachy. It's more to have the community take this introspective look at what they have been doing up until this point and really understand what they're going to do from here on out. It's all within you. It always has been. And I guess the goal, we keep talking about weights and stuff, is just find the balance. Because it's the imbalance, not the eating plan, that ruins us. Hope you have a good night.